Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Bobby Experience. For some of you that have do not know, the mascot of Planters, Mr. Peanut, has died. There was a commercial with him and Wesley Snipes and another actor, Matt Walsh. So the way the commercial went was that they're in a peanut shaped car and the or van and the van crashes over the edge, like while they're driving kind of by a cliff, and excuse me. So Wesley Snipes and Matt Walsh and Mr. Peanut are hanging on a branch. They jump out of the that peanut van, and the amount of weight that's holding them, that's bringing this branch down, is about to break, and Mr. Peanut's on the end, and he decides to sacrifice himself, and he falls, and then he lands on that van, and it explodes. And according to a video I've seen on CNBC, the reason for this, for them killing off their mascot, is to this is what it says. According to their creative director, Mike Parentozzi, said we started talking about how internet treats when someone dies. Specifically, we're thinking about fictional characters, like when Iron Man died. I guess that's not much of a spoiler now. Sure most of you already seen the Avengers Endgame. But come to think of it, though, we do get sad when fictional characters die. Um, I still remember when I was in elementary school when Superman died, and somebody brought in the comic and to school, and we were all looking at it and during recess, just couldn't believe it. And Superman eventually came back, but we thought that he was going to be gone for good back then. And then, of course, for those who are Walking Dead fans, we were pretty hard. A lot of folks were pretty heartbroken that to see both Glenn and Abraham died. And but usually when fictional characters die, it's people think, oh well, they could come back. They're not real. But maybe this death may be permanent. And so this commercial will air during the Super Bowl, and past the I believe it's past the halftime show, there'll be a funeral for Mr. Peanut. And actually during the game's third quarter, they'll broadcast Mr. Peanut's funeral. So this is rather surprising because when it comes to mascots, I can't think of a mascot that's ever been killed off. Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Um, so this is what the creative director further says. He says, we created a program, an idea where Mr. Peanut dies and dies specifically sacrificing himself for his friends, which has always been a tenet of who he is and what he does. He always puts others first. So in honor of his memory, I'm going to treat myself to these Planters mixed nuts that I picked up at a Walgreens near where I live. But rest in peace, Mr. Peanut. But makes me think, though, will other mascots be on the cutting board? Does that mean that Chester Cheetah might be in the hot seat, or Captain Crunch, or who knows? But my guess is that Planters might have a new mascot. Maybe it'll be a cashew. Some other kind of nut. That's what I imagine it being. Can you imagine if McDonald's killed off Ronald McDonald? Yeah, Ronald McDonald might probably die of a heart attack from eating too many quarter pounders. There's Bobby with the Bobby Experience. I'll catch you in the next video. My condolences to Mr. Peanut. Take care.